Hi, I'm Will from Venture to Roam. Welcome to the channel and welcome to Moab. We are so excited to be here and that you're coming along on this trip. We are in search of epic camping spots, really awesome trails to take Finn on, and just having the Moab experience where there are no people, which turns out is a little bit harder than we first thought. So come along with us on this journey as we explore this epic, amazing piece of the American West. On this trip, we were traveling with Kate's parents, the kids' grandparents, and they're campers. So we wound up staying in campgrounds, which was a new experience for us, but turns out they're nice.
The second day, we headed into Utah and up into the Uinta Mountains for our second night. Our second night was also in a campground, which was also really nice. And especially this one, there was a nature walk that the kids could go on and just discover things around the campgrounds. After a good night's sleep, we headed into Moab the next day, and we were not prepared for the amount of traffic coming out of that place. I mean, we'd heard that Moab was busy, but we had no idea how that place was mobbed with people.
It's our first day in Moab proper in this area. So our plan was to take the Gemini Bridges road and go over to Brides Canyon and find some of these really amazing camp spots that we've seen on YouTube. So we did that. The trail was pretty easy but fun, and we made our way out there into Brides Canyon, and lo and behold, all the campsites were full. So that happens to us all the time, no big deal. We said, let's stop looking for a campsite and just enjoy this amazing countryside. So it took us longer and farther to go to find a camp spot, but when we did, boy oh boy, was it awesome.
The place we found to camp offered us expansive views of the Moab area. It wasn't one of those canyon rim spots that you often see in Moab, but it still offered us a chance to see the vastness that is the American West.
After what we saw in Moab proper, it's like the state fair is what it feels like. Like they just congregate towards these areas, and we see that and we go, ugh, let's go somewhere else. We beeline for Lone Mesa. I didn't think we were gonna find this. There must be at least a 5-mile radius. There's nobody here, and I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen today. We're gonna go into Arches National Park and do some hikes with the kids, and then I think we're going to head south and maybe check out the Hatch Point area and Canyon Rims recreational area. So come along, we'll see what we see. No trip to Moab is complete without a visit to Arches National Park, and even though it was crowded and it was hard to get around, it's still well worth the effort to come and see these incredible structures, and the kids just loved hiking around and climbing on anything they could get their hands on. We then headed out to the Hatch Point area, which is kind of down, around, and then back up again from Moab. But we found these incredible canyon rim views, and there was no one else out there, so it was totally worth the drive.
We camped at the Hatch Point campground, which was another campground for us, but it was really great. We camped right on the edge of this petrified sand or slick rock, and we were looking out towards the Colorado River. And I gotta tell you, sitting there watching the sunset with the kids and the grandparents all together was a really special experience. The next day we headed back towards Moab on Looking Glass Road, and let me tell you, there is nothing like the feeling of driving a Jeep on an open dirt road. Drove by Looking Glass Arch on the way into Moab and waved at the climbers on top of the rock. In town, we ate at Milt's, which you should totally do if you're in town, and then we hit the road. On the way home, we decided to check out Joe's Reservoir, which is just above Castledale, Utah. And although we met some friends along the road, once this traffic jam cleared, we came upon this crystal blue lake with no one around, and we were able to just set up camp and call it home for the night. We were up early the next morning because we had some miles to put in. We decided to go over the top of this mountain and then down into Manti, Utah. And we were so glad that we did, because we got to see the leaves changing on the aspen trees up at 10,000 feet and so many other hidden gems in this mountain pass. After high-fiving ourselves for the decision to take this mountain detour, we decided to get focused, get going, and take these dirt roads all the way home. And there goes our view. Now it's a toilet. Now it's a toilet.
Ugh. Try it again.